it's just hard to speak on that situation, right? It's hard to speak on that situation because I am an upstanding citizen, right? I don't believe in that street shit. I don't believe in that gangster shit. I believe we need to eliminate that from our culture so we can just be men. Be there for our families, be there for our children, be there for our wives, our girlfriends, right? I don't think we have to be extra machismo. I don't think we have to lead with our ego, with our pride. I don't think we got to get that get back, right? And a lot of shit was egged on through the internet, right? That's the thing. A lot of shit was egged on through the fans. A lot of shit was egged on. Violence was incited. And that's what they said about the battle rap with Drake and Kendrick Lamar, right? All these people is going to incite this. And then when something happened, y'all going to be like, oh, y'all should have did better. Oh, y'all should have did better. Right. And so for the people who don't know about the Durk situation, I guess I'll break it down a little bit, because I don't want to go too far in detail. All right. We already know that Durk had beef with Young Boy. We know that Quando Rondo was associated with Young Boy. I don't know if he was his artist or they just had association. Right. Him and King Von got into a tiff, right, when King Von was still alive. Quando Rondo's friend assisted Quando Rondo and he killed King Von, one of Durk's artists, right? A guy that was supposedly a serial killer in Chicago. And Durk paid for a lawyer, able to get him out, and he got him out and put him on. When he put him on, he was beefing with these guys. He wanted to fight, right? Tried to fight, right? Ironically, he tried to fight a guy and he got killed. And so the whole internet, and this was like around 2020, like November 2020, so probably like 4 years ago. And the whole internet was going in on Durk. You need to get that get back. You need to get that revenge, right? And needless to say, the speculation or the assumption is that he got that because I just saw a clip of him on academics and he was saying that they not saying that no more, are they? They not saying that no more. So, I mean, we know the speculation, we know the assumptions, right? And basically this is a revenge, right? This is avenging the loss of King Von, right? Right? Wayno said, "An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind." I mean, no, he didn't quote that, but just listening to his him speak on this, like it just makes sense. Like if we going to retaliate on everything that's done to us, right? Then retaliation would never stop. Revenge would never stop. Revenge is mine, said the Lord. Right? And so, I feel like the internet propagated this beef, right? They intensified this beef. Uh and it just sucks. And you could tell that Quando Rondo was scared for his life. Like through the interviews he was doing with Angela Yee, ma'am, I don't want no beef, ma'am. Like it was just sad to see. But the crazy thing is, on the other side, this is what also boosted Durk, right? When you hear the voice, when you hear 7220, when you hear the drill rap, this is like a reputation type of thing that boosted Durk because from the streets, just from the people on the internet, we assumed that Durk had something to do with that, right? We didn't know, but we assumed that. And since it seemed like he was living what he talked about in his raps, it made him more polarizing. It made him more exciting to listen to. It made him more entertaining. Right? People came in the house, broke in the house, tried to kill him when he was with his girl. People killed his brother because of the shit that he been saying. Right? Like, damn, it was like, that ain't easy. Who told you that was easy? Say why you leave me. Like, damn. Durk was going through that shit. He lost his brother, D-Thing. He lost a lot of loved ones in this damn game, this rap game. He trying to get his get back. He trying to avenge his loved ones. But an eye for an eye leaves the world blind. Revenge is mine, said the Lord. And we can see the polarization. We can see the entertainment. We can see the youngins, the younger generation. Right? I don't give a fuck about what Wallow said about, giving him advice. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't care about, like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody telling a man what to do. Like, when it's in your heart, when it's in your mind, like, nothing nobody can tell you gonna stop that shit. Like, if you got a dream, if you believe in yourself and people say something negative about you, ain't nothing nobody can tell you that's going to change your mind. When you determine to do something, you going to do it by any means necessary. So don't tell me somebody should have gave him advice. Somebody should have talked to him. Don't tell me that when your brother dies and it's on the internet, when one of your best friend dies, your artist, when it's on the internet, like a fucking video of this man being shot down, and the killer gets to go away for free because of self-defense. Don't tell me you don't want no get back. Don't tell me you don't want no revenge. Right? Like, if your stepdaddy put hands on your mama, what? You ain't gonna want to kill that nigga? Man, come on, don't tell me, like, so please stop trying to look at it as if you understand what this man was going through, as if you understand what was going on in this man's mind, because I feel like we don't know what was going on in his mind. We don't know the pressures that he was facing. And, if he wanted to get revenge, if he felt like it was his, duty to get the get back, it just sucks that that innocent person lost their lives. It just sucks that they were shooting, while innocent people was around. Right? Murder for hire. Murder for hire. It just sucks. And Durk, like, just listening to his music, just listening to the pain in his voice, like, that's what I resonated with. That's what I related to. Like, I didn't care about all the killing, all the drill stuff, pissed off. I didn't care about all that. I cared about, that melodic, right? I just think about Federal Nightmares. Like, now that song really makes more sense. Like, I just think he kind of understood, like, what might come down on him. Like, Federal Nightmares. Federal Nightmares. Federal Nightmares. Like, I just think about that 7220, and he was trying to change his image all my life. He did the song with Cole. He was trying to be a little bit more positive. He was trying to, elevate. He won a Grammy. Like, he was trying to do better. I think he saw the error in his ways, and I think he wanted to change. And then at this moment, like, it's hard. It's hard to change when you're being prosecuted from some of your past sins. Right? If I was prosecuted now for something I did 4 or 5 years ago, it'll be different, just because, like, I would have to accept it. But just knowing I'm a different person now, like, damn, life is precious. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's another lens that we got to look at it from too. Like, it's the youth. And the thing is, the youth need to see this. But at the same time, how many times have the youth seen this? How many times have we seen this in our community? How many times have we seen this in hip hop, dead or in jail? How many times have we seen this same old story? Right? It's like the youth need to see this, because Durk is one of the heroes of the youth. Durk led the charge for the younger generation. And now they need to know, like, the consequences that comes with this. And I believe this is the end of drill rap. I believe Durk, if he stays in prison, if he goes to prison and he doesn't come back out, I believe this is the end of drill rap, right? Because Durk, he was he was in the forefront. He's not the forefather, although he was associated with Chief Keef, the forefather, and some say it's Waka Flocka. I feel like Durk was the one that carried drill rap on his back for the last 5 years. Like, I didn't even know about drill rap only because I started listening to Durk. And it's crazy, it's ironic that Jada Kiss said that drill rap is one of the worst rapping genres, one of the worst things that hip hop could have ever came out with. That killing music, that murder music, and that's just the irony of it, because you lead this life, and this what comes with that life. When you speak that into existence, that shit gonna exist, dead or in jail. And we've seen this story so many times, right? We seen Durk talk about this in his song. Every other song was about trying to get back. Are you a killer or are you not? You fake. You not real. You not gonna do this. You not gonna do that. I did this. I did that. Right? And it just sucks because sometimes that's what people loved about Durk. And the same thing that'll make you laugh, make you cry, the same thing that'll make you feel good, it's also going to give you that guilt. But I just hate the way the internet is kind of turning on him, because they was pretty much singing his praises. They was pretty much giving him his flowers for doing all that gangster shit. And now they're saying, oh, you should have listened. Oh, you should have done that. Oh, you should have done this. Like, that shit just so contradicting, and I just don't like it. It shit look ugly. Like, but, as a youth, like, y'all see that shit, man. I got a little brother. I got little cousins. I got a son. Y'all see that shit? This story been told. Right? And not just Durk. What about Diddy? What about R. Kelly? That's another story being told. What about Prince? What about Michael Jackson? What about Whitney? That's another story being told. We've seen this story so many times. All right, how many times we got to relive this same pain? How many times we got to relive this same past torture that we put on ourselves, that we put on our community, that we put on our culture, whether it be drugs, whether it be violence. Right? It's just sad because this is the same story, just in a different form. Just in a different book, just with a different cover, just a different character in place. Right? Tupac and Biggie. This is the same story, but a different fucking book. Man, Durk has so much things like in front of him that he was gonna do. Like, I'm a Durk fan, so that's why this really hurt me. But we'll see what comes from this. This is federal. This is federal, and we know that the feds have that prosecution rate higher than draft pussy. So, who knows what's going to happen with Durk. But I feel like, damn, that shit was just strong. I just had to get that on my chest. Like, I was just passionate about this shit because, same thing make you laugh, make you cry. Like what resonated with me was the pain in his voice. I could hear it. I knew how the conviction. I knew how genuine it was. And I could feel that hurt. I could feel that stress. I could feel that, that darkness. And I gravitated to it, and no telling how many of our youth gravitated to it. But the difference is I'm a grown-ass man. My brain is fully developed. And I know that the pain is just a pain. But to go out there and participate in these actions, I knew better. So I can't say free Durk, right? I just can't say it. That's the dilemma. I can't say free him till I see him. I can't say it. Because when you take away innocent lives, when you behave in this manner, like, these are the consequences. I'm grown, mama. I'm grown, granny. I know better. These are the consequences that come with that bullshit. Y'all told me then, and I know it now for sure, for a fact. This is the same story. Just a different fucking book.